Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Sometimes a slight change can increase your cash flow. I'm going to tell a story. Yeah, I haven't said that in a while, but I'm going to tell a story. Anybody who follows me on my main Rom Wills channel, and especially if you look in the description box, you'll see I have listed 10 of my top selling Vimeo on demand videos. It's just a listing. And I did a video talking about that and then, put the links. And then it was just a slight thing. I said, you know what? Why don't I keep this in there? And I said, let me see how it works. Now, here's the interesting thing. I've noticed that there's been an increase in the amount of sales I've had on that site. Now, usually when I would do an on-demand video, I would do 1 or 2 a month. Now, I would do a video, I would get a lot of sales in the first few days, and then it'll be a trickle after that. And then somebody hitting it up, hitting up a sale every now and then. But this past summer, I was just real busy and couldn't think of anything original anyway, to be honest with you. And I mean, I got plenty of, if I stop and think, I got plenty of stuff, but it was busy. I was spending more time with my sons, and it's some work putting those videos together. And in fact, I got a real major one that if I can sit down for a week, maybe I'm going to get done. Probably in the winter to come, but I'll keep that under my hat for now. But I did that, and when I did that and started presenting the links to my top selling videos, I've noticed my sales increase greatly without me even doing a new video. So imagine when I get back to regularly doing new videos. But it was just a slight change, but it increased the cash flow. Now, I shared that lesson because one of the things, and I learned this working retail, and I know some people go crazy or say, nah, they don't want to work retail, and it's a temporary thing. Oh no, while I was there, I was actually learning stuff and probably could have went up to a real high level if I stayed with a certain company, but it was just a day job because my business is still my business. But one of the things, and I'll say this in general, I don't care what the job is, learn from it. I don't care. I had a summer job one time where I was basically sweeping streets, and I learned from it. See, here's the thing, though. Always look for an opportunity. Sit back and look at your cash flow, everything, and say, okay, what can I do to make more money? Okay, and that could be on your business, that could be on your job. Okay, like let me use a job example, and actually learn this working retail as well. I had figured out how I could just get extra money. Put myself in a position where I was able to get more overtime or, just a little bit here and there. Overtime, authorized overtime, in fact. And all it was just working a little bit harder and more efficiently. And so maybe if you want a job, you could say, okay, talk to the owners or the managers and see where you can pick up hours. Well, that's one. Also, like if you're not working a full 40 or nowadays 32, but I'll say 40, I'm old school. If you ain't not working a full 40, see what you can do. Do a great job, and then talk to the manager. Or talk to people in these shifts open. See what you can do, and put yourself in a position to get overtime. And then, of course, just getting raises. Period. Putting yourself in a position where you can find the new positions and all of that stuff, whatever it takes. But if you in business, unless you're a business with a single service. Well, no, even in there, I was going to say, like, you might have some trouble there, but even there, it's like, okay, what can I do to make more money? All right, it might mean advertising more. Like, for example, say you have a service business, a single service business. Like, I give you an example. I was just driving out of my complex's parking lot the other day, and I saw a mobile detailer. And I passed by and I immediately went back, got his card. And then even though his card didn't have the IG on it, I looked up the information on IG. And one thing I would tell them if I ever talked to them, I say, hey, put your IG on here so people know it's there, because you never know. And, you went on his IG and he had all of these trucks and all this stuff. That's extra. See, you want to think about what can you do to make more money? Sometimes it is changing your business. Sometimes it's advertising more. Like in retail, if we wanted to change how something was selling, we would move it around. If you own a cupcake store, okay, what are you selling? Maybe have something where you give a free cupcake to customers who come in who spend a certain amount of money. All right, you give the free cupcake, they like it, then they come in and start ordering that cupcake. Or if you in some type of place, come up with some new dishes. Something. Always think about what can I do? And that's not only making money, but okay, what can I do to save money? Where can I cut cost at? And it could be just a slight change, not even a major change, but a slight change can increase your cash flow, because that's the bottom line in business. That's the bottom line if you have just a regular job. You want to increase your cash flow, so look at every little point, every little thing. In fact, let me use a retail example again. When I started on that particular job, like I said, it was actually had another job at the time. I had a ton of jobs. And I even told them, they saw the work I was doing, and because of the circumstances, they needed me there longer. I said, well, I got this other job. And then, but I have this issue. But then I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. So I told them, well, y'all got to give me more money. Boom. More hours. Boom. And it was just that. And I mean, that's the thing. You want to, that's the thing. A slight change. There ain't even a major change sometimes. Yeah, I put some major stuff in there, but I think big. But no, sometimes a slight change. Look at everything. Look at what you're doing. For example, say you're a vendor. Sometimes a slight change is getting a new location. Okay, like at a vendor's market. I was at a prime location when I had a book stand at this vendor's market. And I was right at the entrance. And I was at a perfect place to get people coming in and to get people coming out. And people used to fight, because I used to have a table next to me that people would get weekly. People would fight for that table. They would fight for that table. But when they got in that location, they would make money. Sometimes it's location. Like whenever I've done vending, one of the things I do, especially if I knew the person running the place, would say, hey, can I get the table moved over here? Or can I get this location? If I know them, or, do what I can. If I couldn't, I say, okay, what can I do to get people over? Sometimes a slight change was just standing up and dancing a little bit, but got people over. So I want y'all to think about that. Sometimes look at everything, and just sit back and say, okay, how can I make more money from this? What can I do? What can I market better? And sometimes it can make a big difference. It's worth the shot, It's worth the shot. Something to think about, okay? So y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.